We are continuing our Marvel Marathon Madness with 2007 Ghost Rider, based on the iconic Marvel Comics character Johnny Blaze, also known as Ghost Rider. Starring the illustrious Nicolas Cage as the notorious Antihero, this dark superhero film follows Johnny after he sells his soul to the Devil Mephisto to save his father's life, and is then transformed into the Ghost Rider, the Devil's own bounty hunter, who is sent to hunt down evildoers. So, let us go ahead and jump straight into the plot. During the 1800s, the demon Mephisto sends his bounty hunter, the Ghost Rider, to retrieve the contract of San Venganza for control of 1,000 dark souls. Seeing that the agreement would give Mephisto the power to bring hell on Earth, the Rider refuses and escapes with the contract. In 1986 now, Mephisto reaches out to 17-year-old Johnny Blaze, offering to cure his father's cancer in exchange for Johnny's soul. Johnny accepts, and the next morning he awakens to discover the cancer cured, but his father later dies from burns sustained in a stunt accident. Johnny accuses Mephisto of twisting the deal and causing his father's death, but Mephisto considers his side of the contract fulfilled and promises to see Johnny again. It is 2007 now, and Mephisto's son Blackheart comes to Earth and seeks the aid from the Hidden, who are three fallen angels that bonded with the elements of air, earth, and water to find the lost contract of San Venganza. In the present, Johnny has become a famous motorcycle stuntman in his own right. He runs into his former sweetheart Roxanne Simpson, now a news reporter, whom he abandoned after his father's death. After what you can say is a brief escapade, Johnny convinces her to attend a dinner date. Mephisto arrives yet again, making Johnny the new Ghost Rider and offers to return his soul if he defeats Blackheart. Johnny then transforms into the Ghost Rider, his flesh burning off his skeleton, and he goes on to kill the Earth Angel Greciel. He then uses the penance stare on a street thug, which is the power that causes mortals to feel all the pain that they have caused others, searing their soul. The next day, he meets a man called the Caretaker, who knows about the Ghost Riders' history. He assures Johnny that what happened was in fact real and will happen again, especially at night, when he is near an evil soul. Johnny leaves to find Roxanne, who is reporting on the previous night's events on the news. At home, Johnny tries to control his bewildering firepower. Roxanne then comes to visit before leaving town, and Johnny reveals himself as the Devil's bounty hunter. Naturally unconvinced, she walks away in disbelief. After a brief imprisonment for murders that Blackheart committed, Johnny kills the Air Angel Abigor and escapes from the police. He returns to the Caretaker, who tells him of his predecessor Carter Slade, a Texas Ranger who hid the contract of San Venganza. Returning home, Johnny discovers that Blackheart has killed his friend Mac and taken Roxanne hostage, intending to kill her if Johnny does not deliver on the contract. Johnny then tries to use the penance stare on Blackheart, but seeing as he has no soul, it proves ineffective. Blackheart then orders Johnny to retrieve the contract and bring it to him in San Venganza. Blaze returns to the Caretaker, demanding the contract to save Roxanne. The Caretaker reveals that it is hidden inside of a shovel of all things, telling Johnny that he is stronger than his predecessors because he sold his soul for love rather than greed before giving him the contract. The Caretaker then transforms with Blaze, revealing that he is in fact Carter Slade and the very first Ghost Rider. Slade then leads Johnny to San Venganza and gives him a shotgun before bidding him farewell, and having finally shaken off the curse, he fades into dust as he rides away. After killing the Water Angel Wallow, Johnny gives Blackheart the contract. He then transforms into the Ghost Rider to subdue Blackheart, but is rendered powerless when the sun rises. Using the contract to absorb 1,000 dark souls, Blackheart, now calling himself Legion, attempts to finish Johnny off, but is distracted when Roxanne uses Johnny's shotgun to separate them. Johnny then shoots Blackheart with the gun, and he holds it in the shadows to imbue it with his own Ghost Rider powers. Then he keeps his own body in the shadows, transforms again into the Ghost Rider, and uses his penance stare to render Blackheart catatonic by burning all of the corrupt souls within him. Mephisto then appears and declares the contract is complete and offers to take back the curse of the Ghost Rider. Determined not to let anyone else make another deal, Johnny declines, declaring that he will use his power against the demon and against all those that bring harm to the innocent. Infuriated, Mephisto vows to make Johnny pay and disappears with Blackheart's body. Roxanne then tells Johnny that he now has his second chance and kisses him farewell. Johnny bids her and rides away on his motorcycle, preparing for his new life as the Ghost Rider. Now, the film did gross a substantial box office overseas and in the US, and while a fun ride, I believe it did not do justice to the character at all. Johnny Blaze, and more specifically the Ghost Rider, is a dark anti-hero who is quite literally the spirit of vengeance and one of the most petrifying characters to inhabit the Marvel world. Now, unfortunately, Nicolas Cage tried to bring his own twist to the role, which ended up falling flat. Now, yeah, the movie did have fun and pretty cool moments at times, but the story overall came up short of a great ride, with goofy puns and jokes instead of hard-hitting and frightening action. I would give it a 5 out of 10, only because the visuals were quite good during the transformation, along with the awesome hell cycle that Johnny rode. Now, the next video I will cover is 2011 Ghost Rider Spirit of Vengeance, and following that will be 2005 Fantastic Four. So stay tuned, and please consider hitting the like button and subscribing. I would truly appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed this video, and thanks for spending your time with me. Until our next adventure, y'all stay classy.